I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to my video and help me evaluate my speech, and I hope I do a good job. I want everybody to start out thinking of a world where all you did is go to work, come home and sleep. Go to work, come home and sleep. Not allowed to spend time with friends, socialize, do anything that might interest you. Now, if this sounds boring to you, my name is Jeremy Auger, and I'm going to tell you this sounds boring to me too, and I want to tell you what I do in my spare time. I'd like to cover probably the thing that starts off being the most time consuming out of all of it, and that's reading books. Whether it's to further my education, like an Introduction to World Religion class that I took through Central Texas College. I really enjoyed it. Talked about where religion started out and basic beliefs when man sat around and just thought up stuff that he would like to believe in and pointed stuff towards that. Really good on theology of religion. Then I recently went through Air Force Cultural Learning Center with a cross-cultural communication class. Learned a lot about how we speak, paralanguage, body language, meaning transitions across cultures. It was pretty interesting. I recommend it to a lot of people. I have a thirst for knowledge, so anytime I get digging into something, I like woodworking. So I would read books on woodworking and carving and everything else. Also like technology and electronics. I also like reading a good novel, whether it's folklore like Lord of the Rings or magic, stuff like that, like Fablehaven. Conspiracy theories and spy novels. I'm a big James Bond fan. And that leads me to my next thing that I like to do, watching movies and TV shows. The hardest thing is picking which one to watch. Whether you're in the mood for a comedy to help relieve the stresses of life, or you want a good action movie. Who doesn't like action movies? You can start out by watching one that's a series where you're always looking forward to the next one. They're usually not as good as the first one. Or the most popular movie that's out there, give you something to talk about around the water cooler with everybody at work. I also like watching television shows, especially ones that are addictive and interesting, where you're always awaiting the next episode. I usually do that a lot with my family. And that leads me to my next interest, probably the most important to me. Well, not probably, the most important to me. Spending time with my family. Time is precious, we all know that. But as long as I'm spending it with my family, I think that's a good way to spend it. Whether it's going fishing, or going on a picnic with my family, or even going on a hike or four-wheeling while I'm out camping with them. It shows interest with them, it shares stuff with them, and then most of all it's spending time with them. Then there's always the thing at home, sitting around just listening to them, finding out what's going on in their life, using those life lessons to help teach them stuff, and to show that their time means a lot to me and that they mean a lot to me. I think it's an important thing to do. So, let me close up here by reminding you of everything that I talked to you about. I talked to you about reading to further my education, gain knowledge and interest like wood carving and electronics, and enjoying a good adventure novel. I also talked to you about watching movies and television shows, whether it's a comedy or an adventure or a good conspiracy theory. Most important thing that I told you about though was spending time with my family. Whether I'm going camping, hiking, four-wheeling, fishing, or just sitting down and listening to them, sharing the stresses of life and learning all about what's going on, helping them with their problems. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to hear from you guys soon.